What's up everybody, Caesar Madrazo here, and today we are looking at another DDLC mod. This is Doki Doki Outcast, which, this is one of those mods I know absolutely nothing about. The only things that I really know about it are that it's a Yuri mod, and that it deals with some pretty serious issues like self-harm, depression, suicide, that sort of stuff. So this is probably going to be a bit more serious than some of the other mods that we've seen. But again, I don't really know, but I'm just assuming. So if that sounds like it could be a bit too much for you, then feel free to skip this series. But if you're interested, then keep watching. So, I haven't started yet. Let's go ahead and begin. Name Caesar. Can you hear me? The developer. Can you hear me? Yeah. Is this thing even working? Oh, hello there. Thank you so much for playing Doki Doki Outcast. I've spent a long time developing it and would love to hear what you think when you are finished. There are multiple endings, choices, and different scenes, so it wouldn't be a completely linear experience. Ooh, nice. Feel free to save at any point and go back to see what you've missed. Well, after several months of development, here is Doki Doki Outcast. Okay, I'm ready. I hope you like it. Matt. Act 1, Chapter 1, The Meeting. Alarm clock. I wake up to the sound of my alarm clock and shut it off. The clock reads 7:30 a.m. Tuesday. 7:30? That's actually a bit later than I usually wake up. I feel tired as I proceed to get out of bed. I rub my eyes and stretch. I don't want to be late for school. Or do I? I get dressed for school and head downstairs. I walk into my kitchen to make breakfast. I decide on eating cereal since I don't have much time until school starts. I eat breakfast, grab my school bag, and walk out my front door. I start walking to school. As I'm doing so, I hear someone calling out to me. It's a girl's voice. Not only that, but a very familiar one. I turn around to see my dear friend Sayori running towards me. Hey, Caesar, wait for me! I patiently wait for Sayori to catch up. She's one of my closest friends, dating back to my childhood. Sayori finally catches up to me completely out of breath. Just give me a second. I patiently wait as Sayori struggles to catch her breath. Alright, I'm better now. How are you this morning, Sayori? I'm great. You almost got away from me, but I caught you. Heh. Only because I stopped for you, silly. Yeah, I guess that's true. Anyway, how are you this morning? I'm good, just a little tired is all. I spent a lot of time watching anime and playing video games this weekend. You should really consider getting more rest, Caesar. Sleep is really good for you. I know. Time just gets away from me. Do you really even do much outside of those two hobbies? I think to myself for a second. I guess I really don't. To be honest, I kind of became more isolated throughout the years. It's not that I don't enjoy the company of people, I just prefer to be alone most of the time. That's kind of how I am, actually. Not really, now that I think about it. Maybe you should try out some new things at school. There are plenty of fun things to do. Like what? Well, how about clubs? That's always a great place to start. I don't know. There aren't many clubs that interest me. Would you like to attend the one I'm in? I'm the vice president. I'm sure you'd like it. What club is it? It's the one that me and my friends made. The Literature Club. The Literature Club? Sayori, I don't think so. Why not? Well, I'm not very good at literature. I can barely write my own name legibly. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Because you're my best friend? I only want what's best for you, Caesar. Can you at least give it a try for me? Sayori smiles at me, accompanied by big blue puppy dog eyes. She always does this. I shouldn't be so gullible at this point. I know that you'll like it. Accept her offer or decline her offer. We can decline her offer? Yeah, let's do that. Let's decline her offer. Sayori, I'm gonna have to decline your offer. I'm not trying to be mean, but literature just doesn't sound like my idea of fun. Aw, are you sure? Yeah, I'll pass for now. Okay, Caesar, I understand. I feel like I made Sayori a little sad. So right now this is sort of like the opening of Doki Doki Summertime. Her and those puppy dog eyes. Maybe I can at least cheer her up and keep my promise about other clubs at least. Don't feel bad, Sayori. I'll still look into other clubs if it makes you happy. Sayori's bubbly personality suddenly got reignited. Even if I said no to the literature club, she still seems happy about the fact that I'd give other clubs a chance. That's great to hear. Hopefully you'll find something that you like. As long as you're happy, then I'm happy. We'll just have to see. In the meantime, we should get going. We'll be late for class if we don't hurry. Sayori nods as we both resume our walk to school. After we reach the school grounds, I say goodbye to Sayori and we go to our respective classes. The school day is pretty ordinary and it's over before I know it. The bell rings and all of the students leave the classroom. I walk out into the hallway. Sayori told me that she wanted me to look at some clubs. I guess I should start with the chess club. I don't know. I guess that's not a bad choice, actually. The chess club, it gets kind of a bad rep sometimes as being, you know, like nerdy and stuff like that. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind playing chess every day after school. Very basic, I know, but it's something. Nah, man. Chess is very strategic. At least I'll be interacting with others. Even though I'm not a shy person, I feel somewhat nervous about going to the club. One of the reasons I like Sayori so much is that I've known her for a while now. I just have to relax a little. It's only a club, after all. It can't be that bad. Boom! As I turned into the hallway, I accidentally ran into a girl in front of me. I'm going to assume it's Yuri. I guess I wasn't paying much attention. I turn into the girl I ran into. She looks back at me. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. She looks away embarrassed. I don't think she needs to be apologizing. I was the one not paying attention to my surroundings. Oh no, don't be. I was lost in thought and ran into you by accident. I'm really sorry. She seems a little shy. I need to save this situation. Hey, I promise, you didn't do anything wrong. It was entirely my fault. There's no need to dwell on it. Besides, it was just an accident, right? I suppose you're right. Are you alright? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Good. I looked down for a brief second and realized she dropped her books after I ran into her. Oh, your books. Let me get them for you. I get on my hands and knees and begin picking up all of her books. While grabbing them, I noticed that they're not school textbooks. She was carrying a handful of novels. She must be into reading. I get back up on my feet and give the books back to her. Here you go. All of your books. Hopefully they aren't damaged or anything. Oh, I'm sure they're fine. Thank you. She stutters for a second. It's only then I realize that I haven't introduced myself yet. Oh, sorry, my name is Caesar. Nice to meet you, Caesar. My name is Yuri. Nice to meet you as well, Yuri. I offer my hand to Yuri. She accepts my handshake. We stand there awkwardly for a few seconds. So, where were you going, Yuri? I was actually going to attend my club. Oh, what club is that? It's the literature club. I should have guessed based on the amount of reading material she possessed. Oh, how interesting. Do you like literature too? Well, I'm not exactly an expert on the subject, but it's interesting, I'd say. So the complete opposite of what we said to Sayori, just like, nah, I couldn't see myself being happy there. But when Yuri asks if we're interested in literature, just, oh yeah, it's, you know, I'm not an expert, but yeah, it's interesting. Maybe you should come by and see if you'd like the club. I could even take you there if you're unsure of its location. Well, I tried forming an answer, but the words wouldn't leave my mouth. I guess I can give it a shot. Are you sure, Caesar? You seem a little apprehensive. No, I'm fine. In fact, a friend of mine referred me to the club as well. I might as well try it out for her, and myself, I guess. Well, that's very thoughtful of you. Even if you're just doing so because they requested you to try it. Well, no, we declined their request. We're doing it because Yuri wants us to do it. It's very endearing. Yuri gives me a warm smile. It's a very pleasant sight, to be honest. So, I feel like this is a little bit bolder than Yuri would have been when she first met us. You know, she was very happy to talk to us when we entered the club, but we're just a random student in the hallway right now, so I feel like her saying, hey, you should come by my club, that seems a little bit more like Monica than Yuri, but I don't know, I guess it's a small detail, but they had to get the player over there somehow if you say no to Sayori, I guess. Thank you, Yuri. Not a problem at all. Even if it wasn't my original idea, Yuri and I make our way to the literature club. I feel a little bad for dismissing Sayori's request. Yeah, this is going to be awkward. You're going to go in there. Sayori's like, oh, you decided to come here after all? Yeah, because a certain other club member wanted me to. She was only trying to help me be more social. Who knows, maybe I might end up liking literature. It's quiet most of the way, but I personally don't mind. Neither does Yuri, it seems. We eventually arrive at the club. I peek inside the door to see if there's anybody else inside. I see 3 girls, 2 of which I can't make out as they're turned around. However, one of those 3 girls I see Sayori sitting in the room. Well, here we go. I grab the handle and open the door. I enter the room, followed by Yuri, and close the door behind me. Caesar, you came anyway? I had a change of heart, okay? I feel like that was a rather pitiful excuse, but Sayori's happy to see me here nonetheless. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you really need to make an excuse? You could just say, yeah, I decided to try it out after all. At this point, I'm only trying to please as many people as possible. Aw, thank you for giving it a chance, Caesar. You're the best. Hello, Caesar. It's nice to see you here. My heart skips a beat. It's Monica, the most popular girl in school. She's in the literature club. Thanks for stopping by my club. She's even the president? I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Well, that was quite a jump that you made there. She said, thank you for stopping by my club. She could have just meant the club that she's in. You could have asked her, your club, and then she'd say, yeah, I'm the president. And then you can say, oh, she's even the president. Monica has been the leader of many clubs after all. Hey, Monica. Thanks for having me. Out of nowhere, the 3rd girl walks up. Are you kidding me? You brought a boy, Yuri? It's hard for me to tell if she's even the same year as us. Either way, she hasn't exactly given me the most warm welcome. No, it wasn't my original idea. Well, I mean, why is... okay, I understand Natsuki, being apprehensive about a guy being in the club, but Yuri? We ran into each other in the hallway, and he wanted to give the club a chance. So I brought him here. Come on, Natsuki, don't be like that. Caesar is really cool when you get to know him. He's super nice and works hard. That's a lie. I'm not so sure about the works hard part, but I'll take the compliment. Ugh. Way to ruin the atmosphere. I feel betrayed. She slumps back into her seat. I'm sorry about Natsuki, Caesar. I promise you, she's not normally like this. She's just not used to having boys in the club. We're really excited to have you here. Monica gives me a smile. It's nice, albeit a bit uncomfortable. Why, because of the back-stretching pose that we've all grown to know? I guess I'm just not used to being around cute girls. Well, make yourself at home, Caesar. We're here if you need anything. I will, thank you. Ooh, Caesar, come and sit down. We have desks arranged for the meeting today. Alright. I brought some homemade cupcakes. Wow, okay. Natsuki had a change of heart. How about I make some tea as well? I sit down at the group of tables. It's going pretty good so far. Monica sits across from me. Sayori follows shortly afterwards and sits next to me. So, what are your interests as far as reading, Caesar? Have you always had a correlation with literature? A correlation? I feel like that should just be, have you always been interested? And there goes my relaxation. Well, ta-da! I'm interrupted as Natsuki brings a tray full of cupcakes to the table. Without even trying one, I can already tell they taste delicious. I hope you guys like them! Sayori grabs one almost immediately. Monica and I grab one as well. It's so good! Thanks, Natsuki! Natsuki gives Sayori a huge smile. She must really enjoy sharing her baking with others. Natsuki then looks back at us, almost as if she's waiting for our responses. Monica bites into her cupcake. I follow suit. Just as I imagined, the cupcake is very delicious and full of flavor. Monica looks surprised as well. Very delicious. Thank you, Natsuki. Some of your best baking yet. I agree. It was very good. Thanks, Natsuki. You made them yourself? Yep, all made from scratch. It was very good, thank you. You actually liked it? Absolutely, why wouldn't I? Well, because... Natsuki's hesitating. It's not like I made them for you or anything. Well, you don't have to make them for somebody in order for them to like them, Natsuki. I know, I just thought you did a good job as well. Thanks, I guess. As we continue talking, Yuri walks over to the table, carrying a tea set. She sets it down on the desk and puts a teacup in front of each of us. She starts pouring tea for everyone. Are you a fan of oolong tea, Caesar? I've actually never had it before, but I do enjoy tea. I'm sure I'll like it though. Yuri smiles as she pours tea into my cup. Just like Natsuki, she seems excited about sharing with someone else. After everyone has served the tea and cupcakes, we all sit down and continue where we left off. So, what were you saying, Caesar? Ah, yes. To be completely honest, I actually don't read nearly as often. I read manga, but that's about it. Not much of a reader, are we? Well, it's not that I don't enjoy reading. Don't fret, Caesar. There's plenty of material that I'm sure you'd like. We can find something for you to enjoy, Caesar. No matter your reading or interest level. So again, Yuri just seems, a little bit bolder than she was in the original. Thank you, guys. That's very nice of you. What do you enjoy reading, Yuri? Me? Let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri continues on, clearly passionate about her reading. Whenever she speaks, I can't help but listen. Yuri has a very calm voice, one that I could listen to all day. But I enjoy a lot of things. I like stories with deep psychological and horror elements as well. They can really turn the tables, all while making you question your own morality. I didn't know you liked horror, Yuri. It kind of surprised me, knowing how gentle of a person you are. I guess you could say that. Really anything that can take me to another world, if written well. I find it difficult to put down afterwards. I hate horror. Oh, how come? Well, I just don't think there's much to it. Every horror novel I ever read is just the same. So in this instance, Natsuki's actually tried reading some horror. It's like they had nothing more to them other than gore and shock value. There's much more to them than that, Natsuki. Maybe, but that's just me. You just like writing about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? No, Yeah, Natsuki, you're the cute type, huh? Your baking, your personality, your writing, everything you do just screams cuteness. Well, I don't know, her personality, well, I don't know. I guess some people think the whole tsundere personality is cute. Me, I'm just kinda like, okay, I find it a tad annoying, actually. But if it's your thing, then it's your thing, so I mean, I guess. I'm not cute! You write poetry, Natsuki? No. I don't think it's a bad thing if you do. Fine, I like to write poems on occasion, okay? You should show them sometime. Natsuki averts her eyes. No, you wouldn't like them. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and even sharing the deepest reaches of your heart. The reason that I'm reading some of this really fast is that it's from the original, so it's like, most of you have seen it already. Do you think you could show us some of your work, Yuri? Maybe Natsuki would be willing to open up if you set an example for her. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, but I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, everyone, I have an idea. Natsuki and Yuri look at Monika with curiosity. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. What do you guys say? Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. Alright, Sayori's in. Come on, Natsuki, please. Natsuki ponders for a second. She finally speaks up. I guess I don't have much of a choice, do I? Fine, I'll do it. Yay, thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Everyone stares at Yuri, eagerly anticipating her response. Alright. Great, you're the best, Yuri. What have I gotten myself into? You'll be okay, Yuri, I promise. What about you, Caesar? I realize that I haven't given my final verdict about being a member yet. I feel it would be necessary to address that first thing before doing anything else. Well, I'm not sure if this club is for me. I have other clubs to look at, and all girls look back at me with dejected eyes. I can tell that my answer made them a little disappointed. I'm sorry, I thought... Caesar, wait a minute, okay, why is Natsuki disappointed? Okay, when I came in, and this isn't a problem I had with the original too, is that, she comes in, she's like, oh, God, a boy? I don't want that in here. And then when the boy says, well, I have to go check out other clubs too, she's disappointed in that as well. I mean, I guess that's the whole point of, the tsundere personality, but as I said, it's just, to me, illogical. I feel a sense of regret almost immediately. They seem so happy about having a new member. The girls have been so nice and welcoming. I can't let them down. Plus, Sayori's right about me trying new things. I feel like experiencing literature might be useful in some way. I may have judged this club a little too early. Alright, I've made my decision. I'll join the literature club. The girls all look at me again, their eyes lighting up. Really? Yay, thank you, Caesar. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a second. Good, if you came only for the cupcakes, I'd have been super pissed. Well, in this version, that doesn't make sense, because the player didn't even know the cupcakes were here. Well, that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Okay, everyone, I think we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the club meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Caesar, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, I'll do my best, Monica. Monica smiles and then walks back to her desk. I proceed to get up from my chair. Natsuki and Yuri clean up their food. I go to Sayori and ask if she'd like to walk home together. No, I'm good for today, Caesar. Sorry, I have to stay for a while to help Monica with a few things. I understand, Sayori. I'll see you later then. Okay, bye, Caesar. I walk out of the classroom and into the hall. That was a pretty interesting day. I actually enjoyed myself. Monica must have worked really hard to find these girls. While they all have similar interests, they're all unique in their own ways. Maybe I can become good friends with them. Either way, I have to write a poem for the next day. I'm feeling a little uninspired, though. Maybe I should go somewhere peaceful to write. That's usually a good step to getting inspiration. I walk outside the school entrance and in a random direction. I don't think going home would be a good choice, considering I'd probably procrastinate. I walk for about 10 minutes before I take a break and sit on a nearby bench. I take off my school bag and lay it down. I take out my notebook and pen to start writing. I can't think of anything to write. I feel like I'm already experiencing writer's block. Alright, so if he's sitting at a bench somewhere, then is the notebook like sitting beside him on the bench? I wouldn't make for a good writer. What makes you say that? This is Yuri. Eh? I look up to see Yuri filling my vision. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Please forgive me. Yuri looks away embarrassed. Ha! You're okay, Yuri. Don't even worry about it, I'm fine. I just didn't see you was all. Right. I was just walking home when I saw you sitting here, so I thought I could come and say hi. Oh, that's very thoughtful of you, Yuri. There's a moment of silence between us. So, what were you saying before? Not that I was listening or anything. It's nothing, really. I was just having trouble coming up with something to write for the club. I see. No inspiration, I assume? Exactly. It's also the fact that I don't write poetry very often. Well, I can see you made a smart decision by going somewhere that would inspire you. Yeah, I find this area somewhat relaxing. Yuri nods in agreement. May I? Yuri points to an empty spot on the bench. Of course. Yuri sits down next to me. Thank you. Anytime. Do you have an idea of what you'd like to write about? Honestly, I don't. I'm sure it must be a lot easier for you guys. You guys are all so talented. Aw, don't put yourself down like that, Caesar. We all start somewhere, don't we? I love poetry and writing, but I struggled at first as well. It takes time and practice. That's true. What inspires you, Yuri? Maybe that can give me an idea. Me? That's difficult to answer as there are so many things. Like reading? Precisely, reading is something I'm very passionate about. You can take inspiration from anything. Even the little things. Even the little things? Yuri gives me a reassuring nod. You seem to be very educated on the matter, Yuri. Well, thank you. I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I just really enjoy it. Do you feel more inspired now? Well, that didn't take much for MC to get inspiration. Just, you can find inspiration from anything. Okay, thanks, Yuri. I'm inspired now. I think I have a good idea now. Yuri gives me a gleeful smile. Wonderful. Soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Ha. I'm not sure about that, but thank you. So I feel like there should have been a little bit more dialogue between point A and point B in a couple of these scenarios. But I guess maybe the mod developer didn't want the mod to be too long, or the days to be dragged out too long, maybe. She then looks at her phone to check the time. I'm sorry, but I must be heading home. I have some homework to finish. Oh, of course. I wasn't even paying attention to time. Have a good evening, Yuri. You as well, Caesar. Good luck with the writing. I'll do my best. Yuri gets up from the bench and starts walking home. I call out to her within a reasonable distance to speak. Hey, Yuri! She turns around. Thank you again for the advice. You've been very helpful. She has? Literally all she said was, you can find inspiration from anything. She didn't, give any advice on how to find inspiration or how to come up with some ideas. She basically just said, just think of something. Yuri smiles. I'm glad I could be of assistance. Yuri once again smiles and walks off. I sit in silence. It's been roughly 30 minutes since I started writing my poem. I checked for any spelling errors and ways to tighten it up to make the pacing flow better. And done! It's not perfect, but I don't think it's bad either. I'll have to wait and see what the girls say. For now, I should head home. It'll be getting dark soon. I walk through my front door and into my kitchen. I'm a little hungry since I didn't eat very much today. I make myself a sandwich and sit at the kitchen table. The sandwich was alright. It's nothing compared to what my mom used to make. My parents are usually away from home, so I always make my own meals. I'd like to have them around more if I'm being honest. Anyone really, for that matter. But then again, I've been alone for so long that I've grown accustomed to it. I finish eating and make my way to my room. I enter my room and change out of my school uniform and into some casual clothing. Always a nice feeling. I lay on my bed in silence. It's time for me to get some rest. It'll be a long day tomorrow. Act 1, Chapter 2, A New Perspective. Alright, so that was day 1 out of the way. We finished a full chapter of the mod, so I think that's a good stopping point, guys. So far, the mod very much resembles the original DDLC, which I'm sure that's not going to be the case for very long. We'll get into a lot of other new stuff, too. There's a little bit of new stuff today, just, setting the pace for our interactions with Yuri. But, alright, we'll play a little bit more of this another time, guys. Thank you for watching. At the time that I'm making this video, we are 15 subscribers away from 2,000, so that's really awesome. So, welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to everybody who watched this video. And until next time, I'm Cesar Madrazo, and I am out.